Okay, we're live at the Benson Hotel in one of the conference rooms. Heard a very interesting presentation today with former Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams. Had a very successful NFL career as well, rushing for over 10,000 yards. And we are here with three of mainstream media's star reporters. We have the first of our reporters, the one who started it all, Angela Blessing, along with great Oregon sports fan in general, Jordan Lindahl, and sports and music enthusiast David McGinnis. And I had a question for you guys as the three mainstream media reporters. This is a different event than any of us have ever done. I mean, normally we cover a concert or we cover a sporting event or we see some comedy, but very rarely do we get any philosophy, any life lessons from our mainstream media experiences. So I'm going to go around to each of you, and you can talk about, what you took out of this presentation tonight. And Angela, we'll start with you. What did you think of this evening?
I actually really liked it. It was very eye-opening for me, and it gave me some opportunities for the future with my eating habits and my physical activity. It's actually opened a lot of doors for me now, and I'm going to strive on perfecting eating better and portion size better and doing more physical activity, finding more sports to do, and I've actually learned a lot about that. So.
And Jordan, what about you?
I really liked him speaking. I've been a very big fan of him since I was little. Also on football and stuff like that. And I've been a big fan of him before he shaved his head with his dreadlocks. I like his dreadlocks. So, but he did a very good job. Thank you for coming important to give this speech to us.
And I loved this guy's speech. He had great things to say, and everybody loved listening to him. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, now I know that each of you probably have some questions that you wanted to ask Ricky just in general about his career or his life, so we'll start in reverse order that we did. So, David, what would you like to ask Ricky?
How long was your NFL career like? I know you retired at 27 in 04.
Yeah, so it spanned 13 years, but I actually played 11 seasons.
Wow. And
so I played three seasons for the Saints. I played 7 seasons for the Dolphins and 1 season for the Ravens.
Were the Ravens your last team?
Ravens are my last team.
Yeah. And are the Saints an NFC team or AFC team?
NFC.
So you got to play the Seahawks.
I got to play the Seahawks. Yeah, I sure did.
And the Dolphins are AFC.
Dolphins are AFC.
Yeah, because they were all part of the original expansion teams. AFC. Well, back then it was AFL. And and I know you've seen this town. Do you think this town is big enough for an NFL team?
I think so. I mean, it's a big city. I mean, to me, walking around, I look around, and I live in Austin, which is a small town, and this is definitely bigger than Austin. So they have a basketball team that they support very well. So I think they could take a football team.
Well, I think I'm waiting for a pro baseball team here.
Yeah. I think every state should have a professional baseball and football team.
And Jordan, how about you?
Do you miss playing for Texas?
I don't, because I live in Austin, so I get to be around the program all the time, and so I don't miss it because I still get to be there and participate. But my time at Texas was the greatest time of my life. It was so much fun.
How did it feel to get the Heisman Trophy?
It was amazing. It was amazing, and to me, it's an individual trophy, but for me, it was more like a team trophy because everyone contributed to it. And Texas, they're really proud of everything, so it was nice to give them something to be proud of.
Who was the quarterback when you played?
Major Applewhite. He's the offensive coordinator now at Texas. He's the coach there.
Well, so for the playing for the Dolphins, do you miss NFL playing for them, like for the Dolphins and for the Saints?
I had fun playing for them, and I had a great time, but I don't miss it. It's like as soon as I was ready to leave, I retired, and so I got it out of my system, and I enjoyed it. And I had a lot of fun, now I'm ready to do something different.
Well, I had fun looking on TV and I read his hats for you.
Yeah, so thank you. Awesome hat too.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Angela, how about you?
Hey, I have a whole bunch of questions, but everyone gets a turn. My very first question is, how many countries and states have you been in? First one has been here as a spokesman, as a speaker about your organization. How many states or countries have you been in?
I've spoken in 2 countries, United States and Australia, and states, Florida, Texas, Oregon, Washington, California, Pennsylvania, so 6. But my target is 50 countries and all 50 states. Yeah, I gotta hurry up. Yeah.
Do you have more questions, Angela?
I have a lot more questions.
Well, maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I actually have one question. So.
Another question is, I get a lot of anxiety and panic attacks, and one of my main questions for you is, how can I get some help from your opinions, your ideas for me?
So one of the things I found, because I used to suffer from a lot of anxiety too, and so I can tell you, like me, are very sensitive, and you're very aware of kind of what's going on around you. And so a lot of times when we're aware of different people's feelings, different people's emotions, we think that they're ours, when really they're not. And so we don't know what to do with them because they're not really ours, but we think they are, so there's nowhere for them to go. And so it turns into a panic attack. And so what I started doing when I would start to sense that is I would ask, okay, who does this belong to? And if it was mine, I would know. If it wasn't mine, then I could just let it go. And I found for me, it got rid of 80%, 85% of what was going on. Because, we're taught that if we're aware of something, then it must be ours. But that's not really true. Especially people like us who are very sensitive, we're just aware of what everyone else around us is doing. And sometimes when we're not sure that that's what we're doing, then we make it ours. And so the simple question of who does this belong to is really important.
Okay, and I guess my question, and I recognize that this may be a limiting belief on my part, but the NFL is not exactly known for deep philosophical thinkers.
Yeah.
And you seem like the type of person that you're constantly evaluating things, you're trying new things, you're seeking happiness outside of football, even when you were playing.
Yeah.
And so did you get frustrated with teammates, or what was it like trying to interact with different people in football?
I didn't get frustrated with teammates. I didn't hang around a lot of my teammates. And I liked them all, but they were usually interested in things that I wasn't interested in. But they were great teammates, and we got along well. The thing I got frustrated with was kind of the system. Usually it's more with the coaches, because for me, when you have a player on your team, you want to kind of encourage your player to be who he is and to let his light shine. And sometimes coaches would try to make you fit into a box, and that's not very much fun. And usually coaches like that, we didn't win very much. But the players, I loved my teammates, and I had some really cool guys out there.
And did you ever have a coach that you felt like had an enlightened attitude that you could relate to?
Yeah. John Harbaugh, for the Ravens coach, just won the Super Bowl, and he literally every Saturday night before a game, he would tell us, "Let our light shine." So he really encouraged us to be who we were, and it made it fun to go to work, and obviously the team wins.
Great job, guys.